Have you ever thought to yourself, how the hell do all these bee swarm YouTubers have trillions of honey to their disposal, sometimes even quadrillions of honey to their disposal? Well, today I'm here to answer that question, and it's pretty simple, you know. I'm gonna talk about early game, mid game, and late game ways to make a lot of honey. Probably the best early game way to make honey is trying to do quests, just trying to get equipment, farming Commando Chick. Well, the reason why Commando Chick is so broken is because I believe at the highest rank, you get around 30 million honey, sometimes even like 40 million honey. I'm not sure, but let's say you kill the Commando Chick probably like 30 times. I believe at rank 30, you get around 10 or 20 million honey, which is already like a huge boost if you've just started the game. But pretty much as soon as you get like, some bees, get some equipment, I would recommend just staying AFK overnight, just doing Commando Chick, and as soon as you wake up, you should be rank around like 20, 30-ish. And when he's ranked 20, 30-ish, you should be getting around 20, 30 million honey. And obviously, the more you kill him, the more honey you're gonna get. But yeah, just stand somewhere like around here for him to respawn a few times. And not a lot of people, know about Commando Chick, you know what I mean? So it's like Commando Chick, in my opinion, is like, it's just really, 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 really underrated, and he could be used a lot better if people actually showed him some respect, you know what I mean? Yeah, but definitely do Commando Chick, especially if you're just gonna, like, AFK overnight. But yeah, it's probably one of the best things you can do. All right, now the second early game method is obviously going to be macroing. Macroing is obviously probably one of the best ways in order to level up in Bee Swarm, just because of the fact that macroing allows you to overnight farm different bees, farm different fields, kill different things, which obviously leads to you getting more equipment, you getting more loot to upgrade your equipment, and obviously gets you more honey in the long run. And the third best thing that you can do is obviously doing sprout parties with different people, doing puff shroom parties with different people. And the way you can find different people is going to Discord servers and looking for anybody that's doing sprout or puff shroom parties. And I would recommend doing it with like three or four people if you're like, mid to end game. But yeah, it's definitely really, really good. And so for mid game players are obviously going to have like a pretty mixed hive, you know what I mean? So I would recommend maybe just, trying to farm planters, have planters down, farm planters, and obviously keep doing quests. And you could do like maybe light boosts. Well, pretty much what light boosts and what boosting is in general is just using a different amount of ingredients, as you can say, or items, and that pretty much gives you a lot more honey. And the reason it gives you a lot more honey is because you're using boosts on a field. And if you want to learn more about boosting, I'll show a link into my other video in the description. But obviously you're gonna want to boost 100%, and I would definitely recommend to do it with like two or three other people. It's really good if you do that. If you're mid game to end game, I would recommend transitioning over to a blue hive. And now the reason I say a blue hive is because as of right now, right before Beesmas, I think, pretty much the best hive for honey for mid game to end game is definitely going to be blue hive, just because of the blue blessing. If you want to learn the best blue hive right now, I'll show you guys I'll link a video in the description for the best blue hive. And it's insane how much honey you could get with a balloon blessing, and especially in macroing. Obviously, if you don't play Bee Swarm a lot and you just want to sit there and macro, definitely get the blue hive. Definitely 100% get the blue hive. And I would definitely recommend macroing with like 2 or 3 other people if you're mid game to end game, and just completely trying to do that overnight, as well as farming Mundo Chick overnight, which gives you not only a lot of honey, but a lot of different things that you could do with honey as soon as you get to like rank 20, 30. Yeah, and if you guys want to learn how to macro, I will link another video in the description for macroing guide. It's honestly not that complicated. It's right as of right now, I believe macroing is legal, but recently over the months on it has said that he will be doing some changes for macroing, just because of the fact that it's way too overpowered in my opinion. Just like you could literally just sit overnight and get billions of honey if you're a blue hive, you know what I mean? So it's really OP in my opinion. Yeah, so I hope this video helped. If it did, hit that like button down below, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, boys.